Salutations, everybody. Today I'm finally going to talk about an anime series. After 900 videos, I talked about a few interesting anime games and sometimes TV shows or movies. I'm finally here to talk about an old TV show that's been around since 1972, the legendary Devilman. This one has been remade several times, and it's from the mid-80s, the 90s, and 2000s. Legendary Devilman Crybaby. That was on Netflix, and most likely crossover of Cyborg 09. Oh, wait. Yeah. Like most anime from the 1970s, this one is a very classical one. A long time ago. Oh, well. Explain a little history about this one. That's based on the comic books from the 70s. The story plot is about Akara and his father ends up in the Himalayas, try to find some legendary treasure, but encounters an odd-looking creature, including the legendary Devilman himself. So the so-called creature, Devilman, and is a betrayer to his own demons, including his master called Ziana, the leader of all demons, and is the ruler of Hell. So as you can see, the Devilman controls Akora's body now, and it gives him the ability to fight back against other foes that come against him. At daytime, Akara is a normal teenager, like any classic 1970s. These teenagers hang out with a teenager girl like her, will have a great time together. And not to mention, anime shows like this have a bit of comedy humor in it, and most likely action and romance. Also, I forgot to mention it's kind of animated by the same people that did Astro Boy and Kimba, because that's why they look like this. I don't got much else to say, because we've seen these kinds of story cliches before. Seen a teenager are caused in trouble, and he does the most horrible mistakes of his life. Inside, he's an outcast, a nobody, and he has to do the right thing by saving somebody that's in danger, or by fighting monsters. I actually like the idea of this kind of anime series. Also, the boy is his little brother, or in like young kids, and being cute and adorable, can be nervous, scared, bit of a brat at times, and not to mention uncontrollable bladder. Now this is pretty much from back in the day in the 1970s. Like, these used to do something this interestingly good and weird stuff that keep happening. And just fantastically good. Did I forget to mention this is the first episode of weird stuff happening? Because I love this. So anyhow, after all this, and she's been held captive by the demon, who's actually an elephant, he transforms into his devilman form. But then again, this was from the 1970s, and they didn't have much of the budget to make him look amazingly a total badass until the late 90s. He's changing his old design like this to a better design in the late 90s. And yeah, I know this is not in English. Like any type of 1970s or 80s, they didn't have to have the English dub until that happened in the late 90s. So, I basically don't know what they're saying since it doesn't have English dub subtitles. But I'll give this one some credit. The backgrounds are amazingly done, and seeing the first appearance of Devilman looks amazingly awesome. So you won't be expecting me to review all the episodes, but this is a pretty good way to start your franchise. It's weird, it's kooky at times, it can be funny, it had some good action, amazing voice acting in Japanese. There's already been lots of merchandises like any classic 1970s we've seen in 80s and 90s shows. It just comes to show that shows like these deserve to be remade in the near future. This one's been remade like 4 times in a row, and I still love it. Also, I forgot to mention there was actually a video game of it on PlayStation 2, and nobody knows it existed. Yeah, I'm not kidding. There was actually a PlayStation 2 based off the series. And I gotta say, these demons they put on the series are fabulously good. And I love these kinds of shows from the old times that look amazingly fantastic. Story plot is plain and simple. Have Devilman fight random demons and save the beloved ones he cares about. And seeing them kicking ass. If you love watching classic 1970s anime show, this one will be for you, mates. Devilman has some good action, well done animation, and they'll be pretty much a perfect way to start many franchises to come. I'll see you guys when I review another interesting classic anime series. See you then, folks. Goodbye.